Hello there, people who have access to the internet, and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer, and today, I think I have something special for you. We're going to be playing an entry from a series near and dear to my heart. However, I guess the catch/twist is that, this is actually my least favorite entry in the series. So I think you all know what game we're playing. Playing Super Mario Bros. For the NES! Let's get into it. Alright. 1-1. I got this. Gonna grab the mushroom. Gonna make all the jumps. Okay. It's easy. Just gotta go here, grab the coins. Go through the pipe. This takes us right to the end of the level. I can't believe they had such an oversight in the first level that just lets you skip, like, you know, a good chunk of the game. But whatever, we'll use it to our advantage. Now, that's not all, because this game has more than one level. Yeah, we're going to World 1 too. And this time, we're underground. Ooh, I almost made a big mistake. Want to get this fire flower. This allows us to throw fireballs at our enemy. Okay, we got hit. It's fine though. We still can win. We can still win. Just have to wait for those guys to pass by. And avoid. Okay. It's a bit dicey, but I think we got this. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. The ending's right here. Yes! Okay. And now, I can just get to the top of the flagpole. Now, you might think, okay, wow, that was a pretty intense game. It had 2 levels. But wait, there's more. There's a 3rd level. World 1-3. And this level's really hard. You see, we have these, you know, platforms that, like, you can't jump through and stuff. And, it gets a bit rough. Unlike in 1-2, you can trust these floating platforms here. They won't kill you. I learned that lesson the hard way. Both the 1-2 one and the one about trusting these ones. But all you have to do is, make it to here, and I think that's it. I think I did it! And that's a big castle, so it has to be the end! And I didn't even lose a single life! What? Okay, I guess there's another level. This game is full of surprise. I guess I wasn't prepared. It's fine though. We got to the castle. Spinning things. Okay, gotta be aware of the spinny things. Okay, don't bother with the mushroom. The spinny. Okay. Eek. The spinny things. So scary. What is that? Oh god. There's stuff coming. It's Bowser. No wonder it wasn't the end before. Okay. I don't get time to monologue. You know what? I've been thinking, maybe I should give up trying to let's play Super Mario Bros. For the NES. I haven't really gotten anywhere in all the attempts I've made. I don't know. Guess I'll have to consider it. Hello there, people who have access to the internet and who are currently using it to watch this video. My name is Pun Food, or just Pun if you prefer. And, there is no last time. Welcome to Pikmin 2, my least favorite entry in the Pikmin series. Is that unjustified? I don't necessarily think so. I don't know. Pikmin 2 is vastly different from the other games in the Pikmin series. Pikmin 4 is the most similar, but even then I think Pikmin 4 manages to be a good game because, in my opinion, this game is unfair and it doesn't have enough quality of life features to really be as unfair as it is. But for now, I just want to look at options, sound effects, save settings. Oh. Okay. High score bonuses. Oh, okay. I guess let's just begin here. Save slot 1. Of course. Hokate Freight is a long-haul deep space shipping company. One day, its only employee of any merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while on an interstellar vacation. There, he was aided by indigenous creatures, which he called Pikmin. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped. But in Olimar's absence, his employer, Hokate Freight, ran into financial difficulties. We did it! We escaped the planet! Our dolphin is repaired. Captain Olimar! Planet Hakotate. Hakotate, whatever. Hokate Freight. President of Hokate Freight and local employee, Louis. Olimar, I'm glad you're safe. Yes, very glad, quite glad, but sadly I have an announcement that is not so glad. Our company is going under. Yes, we're finished. On his first mission, Louis here met a ravenous space bunny, and its entire load of golden Pikmin brand carrots was eaten. I took out an enormous loan to repay the debt from this loss. I decided to sell off corporate assets to repay the loan. But the only asset we had to sell was your ship, the SS Dolphin. As for the rest of our loan, 10,100 Pokos. We have no means to repay it. Olimar, what is that? You brought that back as a souvenir for your kid?
Treasure, treasure, money, 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 money.
Initiating evaluation of recovered treasure. This artifact is worth 100 Pokos. This thing's worth 100 Pokos. That's more than a year's salary. What is their economy that, like, 100 Pokos is a year's salary?
What? There are more on that planet. They can repay our debt. Louis, you dolt! Look alive! You must depart immediately! With Captain Olimar!
Wait, can I say hi to my... No, to the kids, I have a family and kids that I, kind of need to return to, no? No? Okay. Well, I guess let's, head back to the... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with that little jingle being the planet theme, because we see it whenever we approach the planet. Do, 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 do. Valley of Repose. Tree? Well, I can only imagine that would have hurt. Anyway, here we are. Annoying dialogue.
Brr. That was a close. I have averted a crash landing. Running diagnostics. Alert, danger, Louis is missing. He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. Olimar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment, look. Could these be Pikmin? They look like they are about to be devoured as we speak. Help them. Use L to put the cursor near Pikmin and press B to call them with your whistle. You can also hold B to make the sound of your whistle carry farther. Remember? Yes, I remember, ship. But before any of that... Oh, our map is now more pixelated than in the last game. That's a thing. But, at the same time, on the side, with the onion leader free, I think those are much better separated than in Pikmin 1. So you can tell which number's which. Although, I think, that Pikmin 3 and 4 probably have the better version of those things, just because they're more modern. Exploration kit, menu. Continue, go to sunset. That's not what I want. Is it minus that I want then? Minus is controls. Okay. Motion controls. That's what we need. Y actually does something in this game, and everything else is the same on the Switch version? It looks like it. Okay. So, let's call our Pikmin, who in my opinion, this is their worst models in the entire series. I think the Pikmin 1 models look slightly better than this. I'll have to actually when I have time, I'll have to actually see the direct comparison. Anyway, the Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Hold A to grab a Pikmin, then release to throw it. Alright, let's do as it says. However, I will say that, I think this game's cursor is slightly better at actually aiming. Actually, I think what it is, yeah, this game's cursor I think is slightly better for aiming than in Pikmin 1. I feel like it's more accurate than what Pikmin 1's cursor shows. Attention, Captain Olimar. I have just reestablished my communications link with Louis. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I am quite interested in the details of his condition. Yeah. Before we do that, I do think that this game's cursor is more accurate than, Pikmin 1. With, like, where you're actually aiming. And I think the Dwarf Bulborbs are finally large enough that I can actually precisely land a Pikmin on their back without it feeling like, you know. Anyway. Louis. I'm trying to get Louis' voice back in my mind. Anyway. Louis, allow me to assess your condition. As per our safety protocols, are you at all injured? Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Wait. Is this like Louis' theme or something? Because it sounds ominous and menacing. Like with a sort of soft, like, soothing, you know, in the foreground, but in the background you have those more menacing sounds. So it gives me the impression that it's maybe Louie's theme. You know. Anyway, can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Press plus to communicate, to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. We don't have to work for a map in this game, we just have it. Here we are. I think Pikmin 1's map is better. Pikmin 3 and 4, obviously. I think Pikmin 4 has the best map because it gives a ton of detail without, like, being super hyper-realistic, and you can use a survey drone for hyper-realistic views. Pikmin 3 has a map that is colored and whatever, which I don't think is right, and Pikmin 1 I think is an okay map, but I think Pikmin 2 is the worst map purely because it's pixelated, and I'm just not a fan of the whole pixelated style on the map. Anyway, Louie, the odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report. And there's a Pikmin sprout. I definitely like the modern onion, with its tendril legs as opposed to weird folding legs. The seed the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A. I think the tendril legs look more natural. They feel more, you know, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, red Pikmin. They're okay. Definitely my least favorite Pikmin type in this game. The ones we're going to be sacrificing. Louie, this must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. Press A to throw a Pikmin where you want it to take action. A squad of them can do a lot. You can disband a squad of Pikmin that's following you by pressing X. Interesting. Olimar's description of the creatures resembling Pick carrots was strikingly accurate. Louie, my sensors have detected drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you alright? The implication there is, I guess, that he thought it was food, but now it's like an alive creature that's following him. Interesting. Anyway, Louie is the Luigi of the Pikmin series, but not actually, because... Hold on. What you actually need to do is you need to aim a bit beyond them to... Yeah. It's a bit silly. But whatever. All we can do for now is grow more red Pikmin. More dialogue. Come on. The one thing about Pikmin 2, the Pikmin sprouts sprout instantly, so that's good. The onion ejected more seeds. The pellet from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate this species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing Olimar's report, it seems holding A. Let's one rapidly pluck Pikmin sprouts. Yeah. I know. But yeah, at least in, Pikmin 2, the Pikmin sprouts sprout instantly, so that's nice. And the Pikmin AI is a little bit better, also nice. But I think the main, I think definitely the, mechanics of Pikmin 2, with how the Pikmin all work, the Pikmin AI itself is definitely better in Pikmin 2 than in Pikmin 1. Not any other Pikmin game. The AI gets better with every game, but, you know, the Pikmin AI is definitely better in 2. However, I don't think that's enough. I think I'd rather take Pikmin 1 with its bad AI, especially since I've played through the game once and kind of now know how to deal with it.
But I think I'd still rather play through Pikmin 1 than 2. Just because Pikmin 1's story is more engaging, and I find it, like, more fun to multitask and get a lot done in a single day in Pikmin 1 than in Pikmin 2. But we'll see if this playthrough changes that. Anyway, perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we are searching for. The only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? Press ZL to move the camera behind you. Also press ZR to zoom in or out, and up or down on R to change angles. Oh, and press left or right on R to rotate the camera. It's like, if it's your first Pikmin game that's needed, that control briefing is needed, but the controls are the same as in Pikmin 1. We don't really... It's kind of annoying more than anything. Anyway. New mechanic! Paper bags, weigh them down. This mechanic would return in Pikmin 4. Yeah. The paper bag weighing down mechanic would return in Pikmin 4. But not in 3. Although you could push paper bags off ledges to create shortcuts in 3. Anyway. Captain Olimar, Louis, you are reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, use B to form a single group, X to take solo action, and Y to change leaders. Alright. So, guess all that's left is to transport this guy. And with the remaining... Hey, Louis, come with me. With the remaining 10, we'll come over here, and we'll get them to start digging this battery. And I'm going to check something. Alright, I'm back. What great luck. I can already tell this is going to be a great series when I'm having technical difficulties within the first episode. Wasn't anything too major, I just had to move some stuff around. But basically we're going to transport this dwarf bulbor back, and that should give us 4... would be the minimum we need, but like I forget if it gives us 4 or 5. I want to say it's 4 just because they would... I think it's 5. But I definitely think the dwarf bulborbs are better in this game because I think everything to do with the Pikmin AI and actually landing your Pikmin on top of enemies, like, I feel like it's easier to get your Pikmin on enemies, and I feel like they actually attack the enemies better. No, it's only 4. Okay. But I feel like the Pikmin attack the enemies better in this game, and they get the Pikmin on top of... And you get your Pikmin on top of enemies better in this game. And yes, having Louis is good for extra multitasking, but the problem is I never feel the need to multitask in Pikmin 2, the way that, like, multitasking in Pikmin 1 would be great. You know? And in Pikmin 4, similarly, I don't feel a need to multitask, you know, but I feel like I multitask more in 4 than in Pikmin 2, because it's easier to do at least in 4, you know. Anyway. I don't think we can heal at ship anymore, so that sucks. Did I miss a pellet? Was there a pellet up here? No. So we're just waiting for the Pikmin to get back to base with the battery. And it takes a while. I don't know. I think Valley of Repose might be like my least favorite area in all of Pikmin. Nope, scratch that. Wistful Wilds meant... No! I think it's Valley of Repose. I don't know. Snow Aesthetic's okay. I think snow aesthetics can be cool. Cool. But I think the way they do it here, just the level layout doesn't, like, the aesthetics fine, but the level layout is not, and that's my main issue with Valley of Repose. We'll get to that later. For now, we made our first 280 Pokos. Courage Reactor. It is electric super battery power. Is it just the same things? Can we read those warning labels? Warning. I can't read it. Too small. Anyway. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it. When I appraised it, the name reflects my current thinking. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be joyous. However, to communicate with Hokate, we must fly into low orbit above the planet. We will not return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures. This at least is consistent across Pikmin games. Because in Pikmin 4, it is basically reconfirmed that you cannot get an outgoing signal to, or an incoming or outgoing signals to other planets unless you leave the planet's atmosphere. Or at least low orbit around the planet's atmosphere. I don't know. So, what did we do? Today's report. Funds earned, just the Courage Reactor. Still pretty good. And we got 20 red Pikmin, and here's how many we've lost to stuff. In later games, they keep Sunset, but the rest of them are lumped. In Pikmin 1, it was Battle and Sunset. In all subsequent Pikmin games after Pikmin 2, it's just Sunset and Battle again. But it is kind of nice to see what hazards we die to the most, but at the same time, we don't really need to know, except like if you want to distinguish if you drowned or actually got them squished or eaten or something. I don't know. Anyway.
You found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check it often. Keep up the pace.
Alright. Let's save. That was day 1. And we can only explore the Valley of Repose. We could go to the Picklepedia and Treasures, but I feel like that's more of a let's do that at the end of the series kind of thing. Instead of reading entries as we go, yeah, that might be an end of the series kind of thing, like how I did it in Pikmin 4. Anyway. Welcome back to Valley of Repose. Good morning, workers. Ready for another day of toiling for the profit of your company? No. The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Alright. As you say, ship. Alright. Here come the Pikmin. There's Louie. Let's just have them do what Pikmin do best and get pellets. I guess there's nothing up here yet. I guess. So, come on. So, we have a day meter today.
I hopefully don't need to explain what a day meter is, for anyone. I believe we need 35. 35, okay. Oh, the only thing is it takes a moment. It's not as soon as the Pikmin leave my hand that it gives me the count. It's as soon as they land, it tells me how many are in my squad. I don't like that change. Anyway, but as the ship said, are we ready for another day of toiling for our company? And the answer is no. And that's one of the reasons, I think that's one of the big reasons, aside from just the fact that I think Pikmin 2 is generally pretty unfair. Like, or at least it's unfun. For me. You know, I think the story is just like, Pikmin 1, we're invested in Olimar's fight for survival. He talks to, you know, he gives his notes. We actually hear what he has to say. In Pikmin 3, you know, the stakes couldn't be any higher, where you have to save an entire planet of people from starving to death. You know, sure, is it their fault for, you know, not correctly allocating their food? You know, maybe. You know, but that doesn't change the fact that, you know, the stakes are high and it's our mission to save them. And the fact that we get to hear Olimar's thoughts, some of Louie's thoughts, and the thoughts of our new crew members in Pikmin 3. You know? In Pikmin 4, we have to rescue a bunch of castaways, you know, one of which is Captain Olimar, someone we've grown very familiar with over the course of the games, you know, and, you know, we have Ochi and all that, you know, nonsense and stuff that just, you know, and the characters talk to us. The thing about Pikmin 2, the only person that actually talks to us is the president, really, and the ship. And the main focus of the game is to, you know, make a profit. Or I guess it's to repay a debt. But, you know, I don't think it really changes the broader fact that, yeah, we're doing this for a greedy corporation. You know? Maybe it's not super greedy, but actually we can tell by the president's dialogue that it is a greedy corporation. You know? And it just feels like, where's my emotional investment? I get that, like, Olimar doesn't get to go home until he does this for the president, you know? And, like, to some extent I get that Olimar works for this company. If we don't do this, his livelihood is taken away from him. But we don't really see see or hear Olimar's thoughts or feelings on the matter. We're just kind of told to go make money for the company, you know? And so, that's a big reason of why I just think Pikmin 2 is possibly the worst game in the series. At least from a story perspective, for sure. It is the weakest story, in my opinion. You know, I can understand the people that say Pikmin 3, you know, maybe takes itself too seriously, or like, you know, whatnot, but at least we get to interact with the characters. We have fun character interactions, and I want to leave Olimar there with those guys. Meanwhile, Louie can come over here to supervise these guys. But yeah, I don't know, I just think that at the end of the day, is there a flower or anything up there? No. I don't know. At the end of the day, I just think Pikmin 2 feels so, like, it just feels like, why are we doing this, you know? I don't feel a connection to Olimar and Louie. I don't, like, to me, Pikmin 2 is a game of make, you know, number go up. I don't feel any attachment to the story, and like, well, at this point, I've become so desensitized to Pikmin 3's plot just because, you know, I played it numerous times, you know, that I skipped through the dialogue. But even then, at least the dialogue's funny. We hear what the characters have to say. You know, Pikmin 4, very similar, you know. I get that, you know, Pikmin 3 might have a plot that's a bit too serious, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like at least the characters make up for it, you know, and or, you know, even if the plot is serious, the game itself isn't really, you know, versus Pikmin 2, where I just don't feel an emotional attachment, like, at all. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like I like the stories that I like, and I don't like Pikmin 2. I feel like another problem is Pikmin 2 just sends a message of like, yes, work away for your greedy company, you know, as opposed to like Pikmin 3, which is like, you know, save your planet and learn how to actually plan, you know, and Pikmin 4 is you're a noble group of, you know, people exploring, and Pikmin 1 is just a tale about a, you know, average day man, you know, trying to escape unfortunate circumstance. Pikmin 2, on the other hand, it feels like Pikmin 2 is the bad timeline, where it's like, you know, Olimar can't escape the fact that, you know, he's at, like, the bottom of the food chain and he's forced to work for, I don't know. I have my issues with Pikmin 2's story. I don't feel emotionally connected to Olimar or Louis. I feel like Pikmin 4 and Pikmin 3 do a better job of connecting me to Louis. You can't top Pikmin 1 Olimar. Anyway, I guess let's continue with actually playing Pikmin 2. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall when their might is ferocious? Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B. Press X to disband the group. To give orders, hold L while moving R. It's handy for giving orders to a group. You can review these directions anytime by pressing minus. And that's the other thing with Pikmin 2. They remind you of the controls over and over. Pikmin 4 has a lengthy tutorial, but it's not because it's reminding you of the controls. It's because there are new controls to master every time. You know, Pikmin 3 similarly, actually Pikmin 3 kind of lets you get into it. A lot of the dialogue after day 1 is mostly just, a lot of the dialogue after day 1 in Pikmin 3 is mostly story related. Unfortunately, the stupid thing won't move any faster than it's going right now. But Pikmin 2 reminds you of the controls all the way like into day 3, which is not something you really see in any other Pikmin game. Actually in Pikmin 1 they remind you of the controls fairly often, but Olimar gives a personal sense of charm to it. The ship just, Anyway, utter scrap. 170 Pokos. So, now we can take our squad of Pikmin with us. Okay. Yeah. And look at them, they're so slow. Alright. Come on, guys. Okay. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Do not fear. The leaders group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. I will return any Pikmin outside of that group to the onion. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Anyway, Emergence Cave. Enter this hole with the Pikmin squad. Yep. I don't know, man. Emergence Cave, sub-level 1. Can't help but feel like we maybe missed an opportunity for another red Pikmin. Because I vaguely remember having 71 as opposed to 70 coming in here. Anyway. Intriguing, my heat sensors indicate this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me. I am not just a ship, I am an all-purpose support pod. And you also talk way too much. One thing I like about Pikmin 4, it doesn't pause the game every time you collect something. Unlike in this game, where I might be in the middle of fighting something and or, you know, commanding the Pikmin squad, and it took them that long to get that far. And it just stops my gameplay, whatever I'm doing, to show me that we collected something. Name, Quenching Emblem, 100 Pokos. I don't know, I can't ask for every, you know, quality of life feature, of course, from later games, because those games obviously came out after this one. But it's just, Zerk, how can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your findings in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. I don't know. Another thing, the ship is rude, which isn't a deal breaker, but it is kind of, I don't know. Just like, I don't personally enjoy the ship's personality. Anyway, name, Citrus Lump, worth 180 Poco. I don't know. I just don't think that, I'm not a big fan of the ship's personality. It talks a little too much, and when it does, it's rude. Anyway, this hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that you can adjust the camera. Oh my god! I don't often get mad at repeat information in tutorials, but I think it's just something about the sound effect of the ship being like gets to me. And the fact that he treats it as though you should know this, to the fact I already know this, but he's like trying to make fun of me, or like not make fun of me, but like gang up on me for, is it gang up on me? He's trying to, Ship's trying to, act like I don't know this. It's being rude, and, you know, acting like I'm an idiot or dumb for not knowing this, despite the fact that I do know this. And so I think that just makes it worse, compared to, like, if there's repeat information in a later Pikmin game, it's at least not rude, it's at least not acting like you're a dumb idiot. It's usually just a reminder, and it's usually far less frequent than it is in this game. Like, I'm overshooting. Okay. Don't want to lose any Pikmin. Yeah, I don't know. And the ship just interrupts you way too much in this game. Like, in Pikmin 4, you get interrupted, a fair amount in the beginning, but usually it's only for, like, new Pikmin types, and whenever you encounter a new obstacle like electricity, water, fire, etc.
or you unlock a new ability, which isn't that often after like the second area of the game. So, but in this game, this, interrupting continues, and the fact that he interrupts whenever you collect a treasure also continues, and it's just, I don't know. I think it slows down the gameplay, it makes it, anyway. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as is seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. He is right. It takes 101. So, for now, we press on. And we'll just leave these guys here for now. Oh my god. If there's one thing, though, this game is at least a little bit more forgiving when it comes to, like, Pikmin being in an enemy's mouth and when they die. Because in Pikmin 1, it's like, if it gets caught in the mouth, it's dead. In this game, there's a bit of time. At least for Dwarf Bulburbs. Bulborb. Anyway. Astounding, a flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snow landscape. Clearly, it's warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. It's weird that the Pikmin supposedly yearn to be tossed into the flower, and yet they make their pain sound effect. Anyway, we now have the purple Pikmin. Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It has hair, and quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers. Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. Yeah, so this is the purple Pikmin. And, I don't know. I personally think purple Pikmin, are probably my third favorite in the game. Maybe? Are they? They're at least second favorite. Third favorite, though, I'm not sure. I'm really trying to think. Of all time, Rock Pikmin are my favorite, followed by Glow, followed by Wing, followed by Yellow. Then maybe Purple, Ice, White, Blue. The rest of you can just help with this. Okay. Because it's going to take a minute to get back to base. We really need to get some flowers on these guys. Purple Pikmin are probably, I don't know. I think, do I like white Pikmin more than purple Pikmin is the big question I come to. Like, well, do I like ice Pikmin and white Pikmin more than purple Pikmin? I know red Pikmin are dead last of all time. But the question, yeah, I think it's really white, ice, blue, and purple that are kind of like, I'm not sure how to rank them. I guess I'll say purple Pikmin might be my third favorite in this game. Maybe? Well, are we ranking how they perform in game or all time? Oh. You know what? I'll come back to that maybe at the end of the series. Anyway, Spherical Atlas. There is a device resembling a microchip embedded inside this sphere, retrieving data. Error, I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press plus to contact me and go to the exploration kit on the radar screen by pressing left on directional pad. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. Cool. Anyway, the purple Pikmin are the slowest Pikmin type, but they're also the strongest Pikmin type. In this game, I believe they do 2 times damage, I want to say, but they have a stunning throw that deals like 3 times. I don't remember. I need to actually check their exact damage values. Luckily, they were rebalanced in Pikmin 4 such that they only do 1.5 times damage, but they actually do a ton of damage with their impact. Not as much as Rock Pikmin on Ochi's back in Pikmin 4, but Purple Pikmin do a significant impact damage in Pikmin 4, and they're still pretty good for combat. Anyway, astounding, water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. Ah, yes. We can escape. Let's do that. Yeah, one of those quality of life features I love from 4 is button prompts, specifically like the A button when you're next to a when you're next to a geyser or cave entrance, to know when you would actually be entering or leaving a cave, instead of like throwing a Pikmin. It's just really helpful, in my opinion, so there's not any mix-ups with like, accidentally leaving a cave, or or trying to throw a Pikmin when you're too close to the exit or whatever, or trying to throw a Pikmin when you're too close to Pikmin sprouts, that kind of thing that I think I'm glad they fixed in 4. Also, the purple Pikmin are purple, but they're a very deep purple compared to the modern purple Pikmin color. Anyway, you have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision making, gentlemen. And that's the thing, like, we didn't have a decision. I don't know, the ship is annoying. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. And end the dialogue to get immediately interrupted again. Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. That's the other thing. The ship tells us how Olimar and Louis are supposed to be feeling, but it comes off as though it's imposing what it wants onto Olimar and Louis. And I think I would have rather had the ship report treasures and stuff, but I would have rather had Olimar have just his own log, I don't know. I think the ship is a little stupid. And it's also like, you want to work more? The thing that I always tell you to do? Unacceptable, and this one time you actually want to work more. Unbelievable. The ship is just like, it just wants to give Olimar and Louis a hard time. You should take a much needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Unbelievable. Well, I don't know. Pikmin 2 starts slower than Pikmin 1, and Pikmin 3, and Pikmin 4. Like, in Pikmin 3, on day 2, you have, like, the first half of Garden of Hope opened up to you. In Pikmin 1, on day 2, you have almost all of the the Forest of Hope opened up to you. In Pikmin 4, on day 2, you have all of the Sun-Speckled Terrace opened up to you. Except where you need clay bridges. You know, you can do so much in a single day on day 2 in those games. In this game, you're back here and you can only do a set amount. You know? Like, this game does open up a bit, but like, I don't know. It's just not. Anyway, no deaths so far. Only population's going up. Here we are.
Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt is with Happy Hawkatate Savings and Loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha!
That's not good. If there's nothing left to repossess, that is really not good. Whatever. I don't know. You know, it's whatever. I'm gonna be playing through the entirety of this game anyway, so I might as well try to enjoy it while I'm playing it, but I just think at the start it's very annoying. More annoying than Pikmin 1 is, more annoying than Pikmin 3 I don't think is annoying. You have day 1, which is tutorials, but, you know, day 2 is basically the game is open. Pikmin 4, similar, day 1 tutorials, day 2, the game is basically open. You know, and Pikmin 1, day 1 tutorials, day 2, the game is basically open. This game, it feels like tutorials drag on for a bit. But it's fine, because we have to go to the Awakening Wood anyway. But we'll do that next time! But for now, my name has been, and will be tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. And it always will be Pun Food. You know, I really do think the jingle is the planet's theme because it's playing right now on the map screen of the planet. So, I don't know, I guess that's just interesting.